Hello friends, I want to talk about what narcissistic abuse and trauma loops are and how to break out of them. And the reason I want to talk about this is because when I didn't understand this, I wound up staying stuck in trauma loops way longer than I wish. And it just prolonged the healing journey. And when your healing journey gets prolonged, it's so easy to develop beliefs like, I'm stuck forever, or I'm never going to be able to change. And who wants that, right? So let's talk about narcissistic abuse and trauma loops. So first, to understand a trauma loop, think about a racetrack, right? The loop of a racetrack. Think about that, except this particular racetrack is on dirt and it's really rainy. Okay, it is a rainy season, so it's full of mud. Think about a car that's going down the same pathway in the mud over and over. It's going to sink. It's going to create what's known as a rut, right? The more you stay traveling in that rut, the deeper the rut gets, the harder it is to get out of. Well, that's kind of what happens in your mind. Think about a trauma loop being that racetrack as a loop where your thoughts are traveling the same track over and over and over again. So what are your thoughts stuck on? Oftentimes your thoughts are stuck on the negative belief that the narcissist caused you to believe about yourself and evidence of it being true. So for example, I'm not safe being me, or I'm not safe, right? There's a lack of safety with emotional abuse. So you never feel safe. So what's the evidence? The evidence might be that you wake up and you're just overwhelmed. Your heart is beating. You feel fear. You feel it in your body. So your brain's like, oh, I see that in my body. Therefore, there's the belief. And it's spinning between the evidence in your body and the thoughts in your mind. So what happens in the mind is the more often you're traveling down this circuitry, right? This pathway. Pathways to other things atrophy. Pathways to happiness, pathways to passion, pathways to authenticity, pathways to just being present. They atrophy, and this is all you have left is a trauma loop. And this is why narcissistic abuse is so damaging, because once they can train your mind to be in these pathways, because that's what they do every time they provoke you to anxiety, every time they trigger you, living among them is what creates this. They can leave and you can stay stuck in these trauma loops until you do the inner work to heal. And that inner work isn't easy, not gonna lie, but you can do it.